John the Bum, aka the Benevolent Universal Magician. This is going to be the first video that I post that is going to be recipes for alkaline foods that stick strictly to the Dr. Sebi list. That's the way I eat and have eaten for the last few years, with a couple slip-ups in between, but primarily I've only eaten this list for the last few years. Highly recommend it. It neutralizes all the acid, gets rid of the mucus, and frees the body of disease-causing free radicals and all that shit. Not going to get too much into that. You can look up the information on that. Be careful where you look it up, because there's a lot of propaganda, because they don't want people regaining the power in their own health. But long story short, it's super beneficial, and I can attest to that. So I'm going to make, the first thing I'm going to make is like a dessert type of thing. I don't know what to call it. You call it whatever you want. I got 6 bananas. Cut them up, put them in this blender. We're going to blend it up, and then I'll show you the next step. Alright. Blender's plugged in. That's that. Nice and smooth, nice and quick. We'll leave it at that. Now we're going to put it into a mixing bowl. I got this big motherfucker. I'm not even going to pull that down. My shit is too drastic. Alright. Get what you can off the blade. Deal with that in a second. And just bomb. All that shit in there. And of course, I'm going to scrape that out, get the more. Alright, so the next step, got some organic dates. Cut them up into little pieces. Just throw them in the mix. These are banging. They're not only very healthy, but really sweet. Best sugar substitute, in my opinion, is date sugar, date molasses. They got all kinds of shit. You know, there's agave syrup and all kind of other shit too. This is agave. It's good. As you see, it's almost gone. But at this point, nobody who's health conscious should be using regular sugar, that white sugar. It looks like cocaine for a reason. It's bad for you. And I have you jittering around looking funny stuff. So you cut these up into little pieces. I didn't want to blend it. I didn't want to be mush. I think the little pieces in there are going to be extra bang. So as you can see, cut it into pieces like that, you know, like little pieces. They don't have to be too small. And just throw them in the mix with the mushed up banana. And after you add that, take some walnuts. These are already halves and pieces. As you can see, they're already kind of broken up. I'm going to break them up a little more. Just throw them in there. I'm going to finish the cutting up the dates and throw that in after the fact, but you already know what to do with that. Then, as you can see, I got some blueberries right here. I'm going to throw some of those in the mix. And I'll show you the next step after I cut up the dates. Now you're going to make sure the oven is preheated. I should have been did that, and I should have been told you to do that. But preheat the oven. Hopefully you're not dealing with some ghetto ass MacGyver type oven. I am. So in order to keep it on, I'm going to have to tape the button down. This is the for the oven I'm gonna have to tape that down in order for it to work. Motherfucker. Shit out of there. Alright, so as that heats, I'm gonna prep for the rest of the recipe. Let's go. To be completely honest, you could just eat it like this. It might not look pretty, but that shit is fucking banging. But what I'm gonna do instead, I got these from when I used to try to make like weed brownies and weed cookies and shit. So I'm gonna use that to fill them in. Battery died. I thought it was recording, but all you missed was me taking it from this bowl and scooping it into these. These are these trays I used to have for weed brownies and shit. So as you can see, I just scooped it in there. I didn't even do that good a job, as you can see right there. Let me smooth that out. Matter of fact, smooth that out a bit. That's because the walnut chunks make it kind of hard to get it too smooth. But anyway, who cares? Don't gotta be fancy with it. So, these are ready to go. I'm gonna leave it on this metal plate. Just throw it right in the oven. Tight cordage here. Throw it right in. Just throw it right in there, motherfucker. And that's that. And let it sit there for whatever the fuck amount of time. I don't have measurements for the food, and I don't have a time period for how long you're supposed to leave it in. We're just going by ear. We're just gonna do what we do. But you know, put whatever you put as far as ingredients, do it to taste. So whatever you like, put more of that. But I'm just gonna check on it every once in a while, tap on it, and when it stops getting mushy and starts hardening up, that's when you're gonna start considering bringing it out. And the same thing, do it to your preference. If you want it extra crispy, then you leave it in longer. Or if you want it kind of just like a cake, like kind of soft, then you take it out sooner. All right, so we'll be back when it's time to take it out. All right, so it's time to take these out of the oven. Let's see how they turned out. Hey, shit look banging. Shit is too hot. I gotta get something better for my hand. Alright, time for the moment of truth. Let's try one of these motherfuckers. Let's take a piece. Yo, this shit is banging. Banging, banging, banging. Highly recommended. Highly recommended. Try this recipe. Peace.